All right, guys, what is going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll tell you what, I tore so many RVs over the last 5 years, especially the last 2 years in general, just kind of going full time with it, go hardcore social media. This is one of the nicer floor plans that I have seen for how I like to travel. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. So this is going to be one of those videos that I asked for your feedback because I really think that this floor plan could shape a lot of where the industry is heading. So this is the 2026 Cedar Creek 383 FB. I'm shocked that I haven't seen it before. It's the FB is going to stand for front bath, but really I think it's a lot more than a front bath because you have a mudroom with a washer and dryer, you have a big spacious living room, but also you have a huge front closet that's inside that front bath. I just think a lot of people are going to resonate with it. Like if we could kick out the kids and go traveling, this is something that Honey Buns and I would be right at the tippy top of our list. So all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, all of that will be down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV. I don't know if they have it in stock quite yet, but they'll at least be able to answer your questions and get some ordered as far as like pricing and things like that are concerned. But again, 2026 Cedar Creek 383 FB, and right when you walk in, this is what you're looking at. And I'm going to do things a hair different. What is going on? I'm going to do things a hair different this time. I'm going to give you a brief overview of the floor plan, and then I'm going to come back and open it all up. Now, this is definitely going to come at the cost of viewer retention, ad money, things like that, which is obviously, how I make my money. So if you guys don't mind, if I could selflessly ask, for a comment, if you guys leave early, or a like, share, subscribe, whatever it is. But dual opposing slides here in the living room, and you can see there is a lot going on. I mean, you got the table, 2 recliners, a little kind of a drink or bourbon bar area, a pull-out sofa here in the back, and then your entertainment and cooking, along with a really nice size island right there. I mean, look at that. The nice thing about it, you got a dishwasher with the TikTok sink and plenty of room to be moving and grooving, but pretty darn cool. Now, what I like too is the way the mudroom and the stairs are over here on the left side. It kind of switches things up decor-wise too. I think it's pretty neat. But you're going to walk up into here and you're going to see your bedroom that's got another additional 2 slides. So you got your king bed. You're also going to see, dresser space, all the places that you need for all of your clothes. But this is why I wanted to give you a floor plan overview first, because I think I'm going to start the tour up here in the front primarily, because I just think this bathroom is fantastic. One, you got the one-piece fiberglass shell. You got the mirror to check out the bowling gun, baby. But I mean, look at this. The backlit mirror, plenty of room for all of your stuff. But then I've never seen that before. I mean, talk about good looking, and it reduces down the lights that you need to have on. So it's like a soft glow backdrop. It's decor and lighting. I just think it's so neat. You got a couple hooks, maybe for like a towel or, hang a hoodie on me. But you also have room for your hanging clothes, and the aesthetics I just think are great. Hamper on that side. Kind of a hamper on this side, but I probably put like socks and boxers rolled up over into here, and then more hanging room as well. So there's plenty of room for all of your stuff. Outlets on either side as well, with plenty of countertop space too. And it feels like a real hard wood, which is a big time plus. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. The top 3 drawers looks like they're going to be a hair smaller than the bottom 4. Yep, they sure are. So you can see about twice the depth right there. But they're also going to be using the dovetail construction too. So if you guys aren't familiar with Cedar Creek, or Cottage if you're shopping Destination RVs, made by Cedar Creek as well, this is going to be a really well-built unit. They're using a composite flooring also in the slides as well. So basically, it is not the least expensive way to make a camper, that's for sure. But the benefits that you get are in those uh-oh moments. If you guys were to have a water leak from not paying attention, something happened. Composite does not absorb water. So you won't have kind of those rotted out floors that you've heard, some people experience. If you're hanging it up for winter and you don't realize that there's a leak, this thing's going to hold up a heck of a lot better for you. So it's pretty darn cool to have that. I think composite, if I'm not mistaken, might be a little bit lighter than wood. I don't know. I'm making stuff up at this point. I think I heard that. One-piece fiberglass shell for the shower. It's also using the Tri-Glide glass series, which a lot of brands are doing. But for a bigger guy, a little bit of a roundy, you have the ability to get in and out a little bit easier. And of course, the porcelain foot flush throne with all the space that you need. But the head height in this is pretty darn nice. I mean, it's nothing crazy. You're probably looking at about 6'3" right here. But you are going to get, with appropriate water pressure, 4 ports where water spits out, including the old shin cleaners down here as well. And you got a little seat. So if you want to, sit down, let the hot water hit you from the, on-demand hot water heater. As long as you have propane, you got hot water. Or it's a place to, hike up your legs and use the wand and do whatever chicks do for that. Or some guys, I suppose. But and mainly the chicks. But right here, you're going to have dual vanities as well. And each one's got the little balloon that comes standard for winterization. So anytime you see that, just know you got the winterization kind of already pre-done and ready to rock. GFCI right there. So if something's not working, make sure to click that out. That's the control for the on-demand. And then you're going to get 6 pull-out drawers too. So I really like the way that they switched this up, as well. Your only downside to it is you're not getting easier access to the plumbing. So, you'll have to get back into there through that. But they also have shutoff valves too, which I believe are accessible from the exterior. But you got another mirror and you know what's coming, baby. Another gun. Pretty darn cool. Now here we are into the bedroom. And one thing that I want to point out is this is a full profile RV. So notice how the closet all the way back to the living room, the ceiling is going to be the same height. So what you're going to get is a little bit heavier, a little bit larger, but you're going to get a lot more headroom. So more conducive to people that are going to be using this a little bit longer. Pair that up with, the nicer composite flooring, some of the nicer finishes, like, a real hardwood right there. I just think it's a good product. Now, these ones are using the BAL slides as well. So, I've heard good things about them. I've never actually owned a camper with it, but it's the exact slide. If you want some more information on that, make sure to check that out. But, yeah. Smart TV here. USB and universal C along with your outlets, an emergency exit, pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. It also comes with the built-in Dracula shades. So you got half Dracula, full Dracula, stop the old skin from sizzling, keep some nosy eyes out. But in a pinch, you can also get out. You'll be flopping to the ground, but, you'll be a little bit safer heading that way in that case something happens. God forbid that ever happens to somebody, but you got to have it. A couple more pull-out drawers. Again, the dovetail construction. Noticed how it was on the soft close. This is going to be on a box slide, meaning it's going to be a little bit raised right there. Support a little bit extra weight, even though it's on the shorty. And then over here, you got your king-size bed, too. And you have outlets on both sides, more USBs and universal Cs, but you also have a shelf as well. And this one in particular, let me see if I can see in there. Yeah. So I believe this comes standard with 2, and the third AC is optional. So you'll want to check with your salesperson on that. But they also are the kind that come with the dump valve. So like for me, I have to sleep when it's cold. So when I'm done using the living room, I'm coming back here, I'm opening this dump valve, and I'm letting this room just chill down with a quickness. There's no doubt about that. So I like to see the dump valve. Let's see if this has storage up underneath. Storage up underneath. You also have the motion sensor light too, which is not on at the moment, but you can easily put that on. I even like the headboard too. It's kind of got the, I'll zoom in there. It's got the soft look to it. So you can tell when you poke it, it's going to be a little squishy. And what do you guys think about the doors? Not shabby. Little door locks, nice and easy to use. You have the grab handle that's coming in. This is going to actually be built into the frame, which by the way is going to be, I believe, a 16 on center, aluminum studding as well. So a lot of brands are doing that, but just kind of pointed out, 5-sided aluminum frame construction. So the only wood in this unit is going to be for the truss work. Yeah, but I mean, less wood than just about any other RV out there, again, because that composite flooring. Another thing that you'll like when you come out here is the fact that you are getting a lot more height, a lot more usable space. Again, the full profile, but also the fact that the slides are 6'10" too. Actually, if you want to look this up, because I think this is important, this is the actual brand name for the composite slide flooring. Take a look at that. Vixenite is lighter than plywood. Okay, so it is lighter, water resistant, bug proof, impervious to critters. I don't believe that. I think everything is not critter proof. I think a rat would come in and eat that, no problem. True insulative valves, no thermoblock bricks. So that's cool. Superior fatigue characteristics. That sounds like a sales pitch to me. Superior fatigue characteristics. I don't even know what that means. It's not even, doesn't compute one bit. All right, but 6'10" tall high slides, flush mount flooring, big windows. Again, you got the Dracula shades, another emergency exit. You got the cloth kind of bench style seating right there with storage up underneath. And then the two, kind of leather chairs right there. But you're also going to have an extender piece along with an area where you can put some of your utensils. I really like what's going on with this slide here. And this would be, you know, my bourbon bar, cracking my cans of apple juice, maybe like a Keurig machine or something, you know, where you're doing some coffee. I think that would be pretty darn cool. I mean, what do you think there? Real hard wood that's actually screwed in, magnetic latch going right over there as well. And again, soft close, soft close. 2 recliners too, so interesting choice there. I actually really like that. I know some people would rather have the theater seating. I'm sure it's an option, but having the recliners, and those are the kind that lay back nice and flat, kind of going like that angle, so that way you can lay back and take a snoozer. And then you have a lot of good kind of rainy day space. Like if you got the grandkids over, there's a ton of space from here to here. It's probably, you know, probably 9-10 feet or so. You're also going to see a pull-out sofa right there, so that'll be a good place for the extra sleeping. Little plane propeller right there. And I even like the I'm a big light fixture guy, you know. You got good light fixtures, big light fixture guy. Kind of out of the 70s, kind of the Bulbasaurus look right there. Let's see here. Are these design or are these cup holders popping out? Yeah, baby. Pinkies up with the cup holder, son. So outlet, more window coverage. Now this is going to be probably one of the only issues. Is going to be your short people out there are going to have a hard time getting it. You know, I got 6 foot long, big, beautiful bowling arms. And you pull that out, and that's about where you got. Reaching up here, you know, you're taking out the feelers, so you're looking around for stuff, looking like Hand from the Addams Family. That's kind of about the motion you're going to get stuff out of there. But if you're not vertically challenged, won't be an issue. And then right here, you got yourself a little bit of a Murphy pantry as well. So fireplace to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. It'll heat the entirety of this area, you know, no problemo. And then there's also going to be a foot latch as well, just for kind of added security, not just the kind of the old school latch. So I kind of like that. You also get Travel-Fi too, which one of the reps said, you know, no chip. You just call and activate it, pulls off all the 5G networks in the area, and then, you know, you're ready to rock. And that kind of brings us over to the kitchen. I'm going to show you the storage here in a little bit, but first I want to show you the island. One, you got the two-tone. You got the solid surface countertops. We're doubling it up. Babe, if you're watching, I love you twice. Speaking of loving Babe, I'll tell you what we got going on this weekend is an awesome family weekend. We made the state football tournament, one of only 12 teams in Ohio for Division 4. So we got that on Friday night. We got another big game on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we got a little party. So a lot of good stuff going on with the family. Family's at an all-time high right now. Everyone's getting good grades in schools, crushing it through and through. Just happy person. You got your soap dispenser, cup cleaner, waterfall with the high-rise faucet. Whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. And then, just because I know you guys don't like doing dishes, you got the dishwasher, baby. All right. So now, let's flip it back around town, baby. You got tons of countertop space on either side of the oven, so love to see it. You're also going to get a lot of storage on either side of the microwave with a little bit more here up top. And notice I'm going hands-free as well. That's what you're going to get with the 6'10", you know, tall, high slides. More headspace, more storage space. That's just kind of how it goes. 3 more pull-out drawers over here. The bottom 2 are going to be a little bit larger. And then this is actually going to be a trash can along with a cutting board with a little hole right there as well. So pretty darn neat. All right. Kind of a different way of doing the video, but I think it went over pretty well. You guys will have to let me know. Did you guys like the brief overview? For those of you that stayed, I just know that the exit time on that probably went through the roof, so that might be problematic, but it's okay. Floating storage right there. Heck, you could maybe put, like, my wife would put a couple plants there, possibly some detergents. You know, since the laundry is right here, I actually like how the laundry's here. I feel like it's kind of out of the way from where you're sleeping. And then this is going to be your control panel. So 200 watts of solar up on the roof, all your different tank fills, and then you have your awning lights, you know, your inverter, all that good stuff, along with a place to, you know, hang up a couple hoodies or possibly some, you know, dog leashes, things of that nature. Fuse box right there. And then again, you know, your washer and dryer. But all right, guys, drop a comment and let me know what you think. If you guys have made it this far and you're not yet, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to the 100,000. So 1, I can get my drone, but 2, I just want to get there. It's been a goal of mine for a while now, and I'll tell you what, it is getting so close. It's getting so close I can taste it. I think I'm at 78.5 now. But But all right, 2026 Cedar Creek 383 FB. Now we're here on the exterior. Probably spend about 3-4 minutes or so kind of running down all the quick hitters here. So right off the bat, kind of a new look exterior. They got a little bit crisper, I would say. Molded fiberglass front cap with the LED lights running down the front. I also like the way that black with the gray kind of matches in. They are rocking the Curt Helix, so I've heard some good things about this. I've also heard some bad things about this. I've heard it be a little bit springy, but overall, the average person seems to be really liking it. So if you guys have towed with that before, make sure to let me know. And then let's see what we got here. A little hard with the one hand. Yeah, nice little garage floor right there as well. Place if you wanted to put a generator, you could put one right there. Got more storage right there. It's going to be your inverter. All slam latch doors as well. Leash latch for your furry friend. Both your propane bottles with a switch over too, which is pretty nice just to have it kind of on there for the heck of it. That composite flooring, hard as a rock right there. Nice pass-through storage. Love to see it. Shows off that aluminum frame construction. You also got a little tack board right there where you can hang up a couple things. And then it also looks like, judging by that, you can open this up fairly easily, this or that. Yeah, you can open up that side to get in for maintenance quite a bit easier as well. Extra large grab handle right there makes things a little bit easier. You also have the steps that flip up into the doorway along with the safety rail. So this actually pulls out to make it kind of an extra long entrance into the unit. Awning that goes over this front slide right there. One thing I forgot to point out too, and you can kind of see it, is you have the ability to, when you close the shades, it has that kind of aluminum foil kind of look to it. So that will basically keep some of that sun reflecting off you. Then you got the dual awning or the dual axles. You also see that spare tire back there as well. And they're also using the tire pressure monitoring system. They're using, which brand are they using? Road Tech. So not familiar with that, but tire pressure monitoring system. So it'll let you know when you're overinflated, underinflated. I'm presuming, you know, if the tires are getting too hot, something like that. It's just a warning system for you. So that way, you know, you don't get a blowout when you're driving down the road. 2-inch receiver along with backup camera prep and the Lippert on-the-go ladder system. So Cedar Creek is going to be a fully walkable roof. So that way you can get up top, you know, check your seals, check your slides. You're also able to put a slide topper on either side, either one of the slide outs over here. It's basically a piece of awning that goes from there to there, prevents debris from falling on top of your unit. I think you can actually order that from the factory if I'm not mistaken. I sold quite a few of these and I believe that that was an option. Fresh water drain along with your low point valve. And then right there is going to be your sewer outlet connection. Back end of the tankless hot water heater, back end of the furnace, 50 amp connection, and then you got your docking station, and they went with the manifold system this year as well. So that's nice if like master hot bath or master cold, one of them is leaking. You don't have to shut down the whole bathroom. You can just shut down, or all the water. You can just shut down the portion that has the problems. Right here are your hydraulic room controls. So shut off if you're, you know, not wanting one to open up for whatever reason. Again, kind of turn a headache into a hiccup. And then you have the automatic opening for the valves too, so you don't have to pull the drains if you don't want. Water filter, city water, black tank flush, all your different bypass valves, and of course your you know, outside shower. And then you have batteries right here and control for your automatic leveling. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hope to catch you next time. Again, this is the 2026 Cedar Creek 383 FB. Have a great day. See you.